Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. This is the next installment of Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons. If I said that correctly, please correct me if I am wrong. But we are back with an exciting installment of the Mandem and their chaotic shenanigans. Just as a refresher, I am your new Dungeon Master for this campaign. My name is Brandon. You can call me Centauri West or whatever you prefer, as long as I am referred to as a general human being. I am okay with it. I do have our illustrious players, the same crew that you guys have all seen with us. If everybody wants to just quickly say their character names and who they are, that'd be great.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening?
All right, hey, what's up? I'm Chris, and that's also
Hi,
distractions are to you. You can call me whatever, either or. I'm playing Ace today in the Mandem. New edition. Ace has they, them pronouns, and I have he, him pronouns. Thank you for respecting that. All right, and next is the person who's below me, Cass.
Saturn Trips. My name's Cass. I play Kyler Crestwave III, with the Nevertheless Crestwaves. And Kyler uses he, him pronouns, I use the them pronouns. And swell to be here. What's happening, Trips?
Amazing.
Okay, I'm Kat. I'm playing our newly officially minted Geraldine Truearm. You'll probably hear her referred to as GB though. That's Laura that you can watch the YouTube videos for. Kat named she, they, and GB uses she, her. And yeah, I'm psyched to be back playing.
Hey guys.
And last but not least.
My name is Eli. I use he, they pronouns. Long-time member of the Advanced Dungeons crew. And I will be playing Drazian Kaileas, who my Dragon Rider boy, he uses he, him pronouns. And once again, I am very glad for us to be back.
Amazing. Alrighty, so I'll just do a quick little recap for those who may not have been kept up to date of what's going on, and then we will pretty much jump right into it. There's a lot of fun things that should be happening today. A lot of potential shenanigans, and also maybe drama if people wanted drama. Who knows? So, with that said, the last time we left off with this wonderful crew, the Mandem, having been through the events of the Worldsquall, a reality-shattering event that has caused untold amounts of chaos and destruction across the world, have thankfully been kept together in one piece. However, during this whole kerfluffle, as one might say, one of the Mandem's members had decided to go off on his own and search on a new journey and perhaps find a bit more about who he is. Instead, the Mandem had been added on with an additional person, a quite sassy, I would say, bard. or witty, perhaps? Hello. Bard by the name of Ace, who is kind of curmudgeon-y, but also really funny. So I'll give that.
Very good.
Curmudgeon-y
and funny.
Curmudgeon-y
and funny.
Curmudgeon-y is so good.
Is what I would describe. The curmudgeon-y bard. But in the meantime, the Mandem had yes indeed, had re-enrolled, but continued on their academic endeavors within True Arms Academy. Last session, we had gone through the majority of their first day of classes, including an orientation, as well as the first classes of the semester, with several others being started at next week, being your electives and your clubs. But in the meantime, we left off with the Mandem breaking off to do their own things, really. So we'll kind of jump into that here. If I remember correctly, Drazian wanted to go talk to Headmaster, if that's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
GB, I think, is going to go shop for supplies, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And Ace is going to the tavern, right? Is that where Ace is going?
Going to Dale's.
And yep, Ace is going to Dale's, and then Kyler is, I think, checking up on like adventurer statuses and whatnot, right? I think.
Yeah, catching up on info about the wider world, catching up on the news, trying to reach home. Things like that.
Alrighty. Cool. Yeah, I don't have any announcements meta-wise, so there is some game mechanic stuff that I will be discussing as time goes on, but nothing in the immediate time frame. So we do not have an intro today, unfortunately. We should have one soon? Question mark.
We should have one soon. We do have new overlays, though.
Yes.
A big shout out to Next for once again smashing it out of the park because these look cool as fuck. The geometric art decor look is a fucking vibe. So once again, thank you for pulling that together for us, Next. But we will have a new intro soon. I am in talks with a very good friend of the channel, who actually made the Exploring Shell era intro, the wonderful Steve.
So good.
Yes.
Steve. Yeah, we fucking love Steve. So I'm gonna message Steve again soon, and we will look at getting that sorted or sometime over the next number of weeks. And I'll be able to give a bigger update on when we'll have that intro, probably next week.
Wonderful.
Above the table,
Anybody
are
else?
we post a long rest right now, or is this a continuation of the day?
This is a continuation of the day currently.
Do you happen to remember what my omen was last time we played? Because I don't see it in my record, and I might just re-roll it if you don't care.
Go for it.
Okay, great. Oh, fucking hardware acceleration.
Oh no! The bane of our existences. Yup, truly. But I think that is it for above the board talk. If I'm correct, anybody got any fun announcements?
No,
any engagements, baby showers, anything? No.
Not quite.
No. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
You rolled a 2.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. It doesn't even show up.
Thank you, Chris.
Which means...
In that case, we will jump right in then. And then we'll start with... You know what? Let's start with Mr. Dragon Rider himself over here, Drazian, going to talk to the headmaster. So, last we left off with your character, you had fucking bolted away from the team and is pumping your arms, beelining for the headmaster's office.
I'm making a casual beeline. I'm not making it obvious that I'm like running, but I'm walking with purpose. I did inform the group what I was doing, so I've not run away on my own.
We did comment on that.
Yes,
we did indeed.
He's growing as a person.
This is what I like to call the Sunday 9 a.m. grandma mall speed walk, like the power walk. the American, with the hand, exactly.
Yep.
Is basically it's a run, but not quite. Essentially, is kind of where we're at. But all right, not a problem. You go ahead and make your way to the headmaster's office. You are familiar of the direction of which to go, so easy enough to make your way through the various hallways of the academy, up sets of stairs. Eventually, you start passing, offices for department heads and whatnot before eventually making your way to the headmaster's office. A nice large chamber with a closed door currently, and you see a nice golden plaque with the newly minted name of Brutus von Maelstrom.
Okay.
You can go and knock on the door if you would like.
I don't know if you can hear that, but I just knocked.
Oh no, I couldn't hear it at all.
Okay, cool.
I saw your hand go down, but I was like, I don't know if you knocked. Okay, yeah. There's a moment, and you hear the voice of the headmaster saying, "Come in."
I open the door and come in, and I don't sit down straight away. I wait until I'm told that I can sit down, but I come in.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk in and you see Rudis is there behind his large sort of wooden desk. You can see a lot of the decoration in the headmaster's office has changed in the last time you've been here. A lot of the more ostentatious objects has been replaced and removed. A lot of it now you can see is still a lot of magic, of course, and a lot of artifacts and whatnot. But you can see uh, a lot of it is now more geared in a practical function. You can see maps with like live dots on it moving around, indicating different, almost like a GPS sort of, like big old map on the wall. You can see bookshelves and filled with various guides and handbooks and all these sorts of artifacts and books and items that not only demonstrate Rudis's worldly knowledge and travels, but the sort of representation of his career and knowledge. The man himself is seated at a nice, really plush sort of looking chair. He has a stack of paperwork on one end, and he's like kind of like purposely not looking at it. This is a huge chunk of paperwork. A smaller stack to his left obviously have been done already. He has several papers in front of him, screens with scrolling text and whatnot. But as you walk in, he gestures to one of the he has two sort of like really soft leather chairs essentially in front of him, and gestures for you to take a seat if you would like.
You've redecorated. It's an improvement.
Well, it felt like a change was necessary, and to be honest, I was never a fan of Avatar's decoration proclivities, so make it my own.
Yeah, not to speak ill of the dead, but it did seem a bit self-grandiose at times. But that's neither here nor there. The last time I was here, actually, you were one of the topics of conversation, obviously prior to your current appointment.
Indeed, and I presume this has something to do with your heritage, correct?
I hold up my hand, which is pulsing. Like, perhaps you would not be incorrect. Not to give you too much of an ego, sir, but the entire reason I am at this academy was to find you. And I spent all of last semester making friends, forming a party, being Avatar True Arm's private, like, black ops squad, I guess, for a better one of the word. He was sending us out on weird missions, and yeah, the real reason that I've been here is because I've been waiting for you to come back from whatever missions that you've been on. I need someone to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing, and the only person that I have ever known that knew how to do this stuff was my grandfather, who, as I'm sure you are aware, is no longer around. And although we did not have many interactions back in Avon, I do know you by reputation. I know that you trained under my grandfather. So you are the best placed person to help me. And I know you've spent the last number of years here and not in Avon, but I think we can both agree it would be good to get our home back, and that is my responsibility, but I need help.
He nods his head as he kind of listens to you, and you do see the hints of nostalgia is not the right word, for almost like a reminiscing sort of a look on him when you mention Avum, and also your grandfather, and all these things that he you know from what he's been sort of separate from for the last few years, essentially being busy with his new duties and his job and whatnot, and kind of hasn't uh you know even now, right? Going straight from a, what was all for all intents and purposes a multi-year long, like personal campaign and job, like mission, to now being responsible for the premier academy in the world. He hasn't really had time to sort of sit down and just think about things. He's always kind of been on the go, go, go. So, and he still is now, but as you kind of go over your reasons and kind of what you've been doing, he does have that sort of like a little bit of a far off look just for a moment, in his eyes, and he looks back at you, making eye contact, and I just, well, our profession and our lives and what we do, I'm sure you already know, is not going to be an easy route by any means, and will be time consuming. He kind of pauses and steps back, and like mentally steps back for a second. He goes, yes, I can provide you with assistance and training and help you with your endeavors. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to directly mentor you 24/7, or even on a large and frequent basis. Unfortunately, being headmaster and as well as my existing duties do take up a lot of time. However, I can agree to being available, even if just through text communication or whatever it may be, to whatever you need assistance on, and as well as being there physically, every he kind of goes on to describe perhaps something like an every week sort of situation, once a week.
Even once a week, training once a week is much better than not at all, and that is more than I could have hoped for. I'm a little out of my depth, and I try, like, when I'm amongst my friends, to like act like I know what I'm doing, but the past 5 years I've been going from war to war, and now I'm not. And look, us Dusagairi, we're not meant to be soldiers. We're meant to be leaders and guardians, and it's about time I stopped being a soldier and started being, for one, the heir apparent to Avon, which is what I'm supposed to be, and start being a protector. I need to protect the things that matter to me, that the things that is a decree of what Dusagairi are supposed to protect, and start doing more good than I have been doing. And yeah, any help you can offer would be very beneficial. I have a fledgling dragon who is getting bigger, and I also want to protect her and keep her safe, so, and learn how to use my magic properly to be more efficient and beneficial. So any help you can offer at all, I'd be very grateful, sir. My grandfather always spoke very highly of you, so I know you're the real deal.
He nods at that and exhales before looking back at you. Well, I'm glad to hear that your determination and motivations are exactly as what the grapevine has suggested. Too many times have others been duplicitous in their intentions, and unfortunately the state of the world does not allow for such things in good conscience anymore.
there's not many of us left, and
no.
we need to stick together. Like right now, my father is under mind control of the Iazarian theocracy. My mum and my guardian, Dren Firebrand, who I know you're familiar with, are holed up in the Udicid Diarchy. You're the closest connection I have to my home right now. And look, you'll notice from the classes that I've selected and the amount of them that I've not chosen to do any extra electives because I want to dedicate the appropriate time to this as well. So even if it's not like face-to-face stuff with you all the time, anything that you think I should be doing that'll help me become a better dragon rider, just say, and I'll do it, and I'll make sure I make the time for it.
Yeah, he nods at that point. Yes, as you said, we just are meant to be leaders and guardians, and that doesn't just mean knowing how to swing a sword or fire a spell. It means that we need to be well-rounded in everything that we're doing, from everything martial and spellcasting and arcane, but also how to take care of people, how to run organizations, how to make sure that just because we can lay our enemies at our feet if we need to know how to pick up any pieces that may be broken and left behind. To that end, I think what I'll do is you're at the Crestwave mansion, correct?
Correct.
Good. I'll have some text sent over that I think you should start reading, history and some knowledge books on just some basic information I think you'll find useful in supplementing your education, not just here at the academy, but also as a dragon rider. And I'll probably also send you some texts from how to treat dragons and things like that, dietary, behavioral, all that stuff. I'm sure your bond with your companion has allowed for a rather painless, for at least the two of you, perhaps not for he kind of grins a little bit like an inside joke, perhaps not for everybody else, but at least for the two of you.
I mean, the butcher is happy with my business lately, so
well, they always are whenever we're around, but things that you may find useful to know and to supplement your knowledge, I'll have those sent over within the next day or so. And he, at this point, your Pixie, please.
I pass it across to him.
Yeah, he flicks it open and just essentially inputs his information onto there before handing it back to you. You can feel free to message me if I don't respond. Usually I'm in a meeting or perhaps in a moment, but I'll typically at least respond within 24 hours, if not pretty quickly. But he kind of, at this point, you see him pull up on his screen to the left, your like information, your schedule, and all of that. I think we can perhaps schedule our first appointment session this weekend, and that'll allow me to accurately gauge your level and how far you've gone just on your own, which again is commendable as far as keeping not just you and your dragon, but your friends as well in one piece. So yeah, at this point he's kind of talking to you and like fitzing with the screen and kind of his calendar and all that. He goes, would that be fine with you this weekend?
That is all good by me.
Nice. Okay, I'll have the text delivered to your home within the next day or so. You have my information there. if you have any pertinent questions, I'm sure. I mean, I can answer them now if you'd like. If there's anything that you are itching to get off your chest.
Do you think we have a shot? Do you think if you train me and get me knowing what I'm doing, that we have a shot at this, at rallying forces and taking Avon back?
I do.
That's all I need to know then. Well, for now, that. In the wider scope of things, obviously there is more stuff that I need to know, but as far as pertinent questions right now, yeah, that is... Sometimes we just need a little hope or know what direction we're supposed to be going, and this is a start. So thank you.
Yeah, he has the not amused in a negative way, but kind of like a sort of a like I get where you're coming from sort of a look on his face. It's like these sorts of things are never going to be easy, and I think, like you said, having that hope is sometimes all that we need and all that we can use at times.
Nothing worth doing is ever easy. Let's be real. I did have one more question, and Drazian shows his left hand, which has the ring of the Avi on it. It's like, I know you weren't a member of the royal family, but I know that my grandfather confided in you. Do you know how this thing works? I got given it and not really.
Has it reacted to you in any way?
I've felt like energy coming off it, not entirely dissimilar to my Disagiri mark, but a little different, and I just don't know how to use it. I can sense there's power in there. I just don't know how to get it out.
I don't know everything about it, but I have some theories, and maybe we can test them together once I come around during the weekend. It's from what I've been told and what your grandfather has told me. It is a conduit, an amplifier, a representation of our kind and what we are meant to be, distilled into an artifact. So, yes, there's power, but also knowing how things are done and were done. Apologies, and probably some sort of convoluted ritual. I wouldn't put it past them, but we'll figure something out.
Perfect. Thank you for making time to see me, sir. I know this must be a lot for you to deal with, just stepping into the role, and having taken the time to speak to me as well. I appreciate it.
He nods, and he does. He, as you say, I'm sure it hasn't been easy. You see this little eye twitch on his neck. I think another 12 or 13 meetings today. That's gonna be a great time. But no, I do want to make sure I made the time for you. I knew you were gonna be coming at some point today, so I wanted to make sure to have that talk at least.
I appreciate it. Well, take care, sir. I look forward to hearing from you and receiving those texts and whatever, but look forward to working together.
Likewise.
And I give him a nod, and I step up and make my way towards the door to leave.
Yeah, as you close, you get up and close the door behind you. You just hear him under his breath like, "Are we sure we can't burn these paperworks?" No.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna beeline for the town and probably make my way towards Dale's.
Okie dokie. All right. To that end, we'll just jump to the next person. We'll say Cat in this instance, because I think you want to do some shopping and things like that. So, what would you like to do before you meet up with the crew?
I don't particularly need to RP this. I just kind of needed to find new stuff if I wanted to make new spells, like new potions every day. Mm-hmm. So I was literally just going to go get and come back. I didn't have any other things. So if you want me to just send you a shopping list and we can do that.
Yeah, if you want to send me what what you want to look at, you can just assume that. I mean, the city is populous enough to have most of everything. If you
Yeah.
have anything that's like super high, like very rare or legendary stuff, maybe not. That may be like stuff that you have to like order ahead, like commission and things
Okay.
like that. So I would say anything up to a rare category, you could probably be fine in
I could
terms
find,
of like,
and very
yeah,
rare. I would
a
need
very
to
rare
spend a little
and
more.
just let me know what it is, and I'll some they'll probably have, some maybe not. If
Okay.
they don't have it, then I'll let you know how you can get it. So
Okay, I'll put the list together
yeah.
then.
Okay.
So I wanted to be able to
Sounds.
use it today. I probably could have done it prior to the session, but didn't.
You're good. I think most of them is like a up to rare. I think it's usually most everything is, but yeah, if you have
Yeah.
stuff that's like very rare or legendary, just put it in a list anyways. But I'll take a look.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, dokie, and then we'll just jump to Cass, Mr. Kyler.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry.
So, Kyler, you go ahead and once the group sort of splits up, you make your objective to go look up, the world news and situation and all that. Are you just planning on doing that like on your phone or Pixie rather, or you like going to the
Uh,
library? You're
yeah,
going
maybe
to
like the
like,
school library, like on a desktop computer. Like it's a bit more,
yeah.
easy to wrangle. And
Hmm,
Kyler's
hmm,
just basically looking, at the death tolls and
hmm,
where in the world was like the most affected.
hmm,
Um, any rumors about that? Anything
hmm.
that's seems to have changed without explanation?
Gotcha. Yeah.
We're trying
If
to
you want
do
to
like
just go
a
ahead, yeah, do a
check or
like an
something.
yeah investigation probably, um,
Okay.
something
Gonna
like
do
that
a
would be fun.
Going to like a muttered kind of like prayer, like the Jesus
Hmm.
crustacean guide my mouse,
Yeah.
and
Take
I'll
that
throw
mouse.
I'll throw a guidance on that. That's a
Yeah, you
plus
got it.
4. So let's go investigation.
All right. Let me know what you got.
That's gonna be a 23.
Amazing. So some, as you sort of just Google search and troll through, the internet equivalent and trying to look at news articles and all that, you find, well, first thing is that you already knew the Worldsquall was, being this sort of like semi-apocalyptic situation was already not good. Like that as a baseline, bad juju.
Fucked. Yeah.
Um, yeah, baseline fucked. Uh, in some places, double fucked. Uh, but it's definitely one of those, like, as a overall statement, the mainstays of like kingdoms and or for Wyfon, and also every once in a while, which is like the you guys you've seen this in Aghalan, where it's just like the more concentrated, where like higher power people are, generally they're pretty okay, just because they're they'll have high level individuals to sort of mitigate damages, and even if something happened, to quickly evacuate civilian personnel, or just whatever it may be, right? When you get more into it kind of has a double-sided effect, because the World Squall was such a, like, not only was it like chaotically destructive, but it was like a mimetic hazard almost, where it's like it was like info hazard, where it's one of those where the more you knew, the more danger you were in, type of a situation. And it's like
Mhm.
weird memory adjustment of reality things, right? So it has a double-edged sword in that uh, there is less news the more like rural you get, essentially, like the more out of the way you are, the less news there is. Not and not because that everybody died, because nobody knows, there's no quantification of what happened, because there's less like record keeping, essentially. So like the farther you go from major cities, from seats of power, the more muddy things become. Now that could mean that they're just fine, but it's one of those where like we don't know, because there's no comparison, and there's no like up-to-date information. Now with that said, um, most the lion's share, it's been about what, like uh how long has it been since Worldsquall? I think it's
Week
been
and a half, 2 weeks.
yeah, like I was about to say 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is still being like quantified, and what can be quantified is still being quantified, um, and a lot of the lion's share of active duty essentially adventurers, right? People who are actively doing on missions and whatever organization they're in, kind of has been like dispersed in a large scale effort to to basically find out and quantify what has happened. Right now, there's still a lot of unknowns. A lot of people that are missing. Not all presumed dead, but a lot of people are missing. Places that are missing. So it's a lot of. There is that like collaborative, not hope really, but like collaborative determination and motivation that kind of comes with uh the advent of a disaster. We're just like we're all in this together type of a like vibe. So there is a
People
lot of
changing their profile pictures.
yeah hashtags going around,
Yeah.
the banner's been going exactly, yeah, it's like that sort of thing where it's like there is a lot of outward public support and a lot of efforts and initiatives to uh save people. Nothing super new that you've discovered since because you've been checking on this like every day. Nothing super new since you last saw, um which is both good and bad, right? Good that no, there's not a little none of like adventure has perished and so whatever, right? Not a lot, not none of those that you immediately recognize. You don't feel great about just general civilian death and all that, right? But there is that like small comfort. It's like, okay, nobody that I personally know that has like perished since I last checked on it. A lot of your family's mentioned a bunch of times in relief efforts and things like that, uh, both from and also your home, both from just your parent and your father, but also your from nevertheless in the sense of saving capsizing ships and documenting nautical sort of disturbances and things like that. So you get more knowledge on it. Thankfully, nothing horrendously has gone wrong. But a lot of the cleanup now is with basically magical scientists and researchers being like, what the fuck happened and what changed because of this?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Do you know, like, so it's like such a broad scale thing, it's kind of hard to determine if there's any particular like pockets of immense kind of devastation. Is there anything that's particularly leaping out like that?
Um, Nothing that's at least in the main places where news is plentiful that's still ongoing.
Yeah.
In the wake of the immediate world score, there was a lot. If it's in big cities, there's been a lot of reports of like incursions and things that have gone wrong, right? But since like it's been almost 2 weeks, the main cities sort of have all kind of gathered their thing, their shit together and like have figured it out more or less. Um, this is where the lack of information really comes into play, which is there could be big incursions and big reality like fuckery happening in rural areas, but
There's also
because there's
new
nobody
continent.
there to report on it. Also a new continent, yeah. But because there's nobody there to like report on it, nobody knows about it. So that's why a lot of adventurers now are getting sent out like a large net to basically be like, hey, see if ABCD has anything happening in there, and then report back if there is.
Surveillance has gone missing and reappeared 2 weeks later with like a coconut and like his pals in Greek togas, like like
there,
like,
yeah,
the old,
the-
like heartwarming legendary textbook author found on beach in like ancient Greece.
on random yeah, exactly. And it's there's if you're because you're looking apparently on Worldsquall stuff, but there's that inescapable news of oh wait, there's Sheldera, and like diplomatic envoys being sent back and forth and all that.
Like the fact that Avidar Truearm has died and so like is almost like is such like noteworthy news that the new landmass is not a small news story, but it's almost like running underneath like it's like
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
like
page
bar.
2 shit.
It's like page 2, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, no, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
just
sense.
it's a lot of shit happened really really quickly, and everything went tits up, and so people are kind of still kind of reeling from that.
After that, I think I may head to the like gym or something. I just
Gotcha.
like
Cool.
hit bags for a bit or something. Hit training dummies.
Yeah. You got it. And then GB, after your shopping, are you going to also Dale's or what's up?
Yeah, probably. I'd probably go to Dale's before going back to the house.
Okay.
Because this is like first
Then
school day, right?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
middle late afternoon type of. It's like 4 p.m.
Hmm.
You know.
I do have a question regarding kind of any alchemy and herbalism stuff.
Yeah, you
How
got
do
it.
you want me
What's up?
dealing with procuring the recipes? Can I
Mm,
purchase recipes at
mhm.
like as a resource,
Uh,
or do you want me to wait on that?
yeah. Well, there's the more common ones you could probably purchase, like the standard stuff. Um, you know, if you want to do something from scratch, you got to of course do it yourself, right?
Mm.
But I would say it's fine to do like basic recipes and whatnot. If you want to put in your shopping list what you like the stuff you wanted to know if you know how to make. I could just be like, yes, you know all of them, or like, yes, you know XYZ and whatnot.
Okay.
But like rule of thumb, if it's like because of your status, not only as you know from you as you, but also as a student and all that, you do have a good chunk of resources available to you.
Yeah, like
So
I
I'm gonna
could
be
read a book
pretty
and find the recipe, right?
yeah, like, and you have access to the True Arms library, anyways, which is like
Yeah.
one of the most extensive libraries on the continent, or
Right.
if not the world. So it's like it's not you can probably figure out most of it. It's the
Okay.
really the really special esoteric like high tier shit that's like that tends to be stuff that like master alchemists will like keep on their own because you know it's like they're like magnum opus or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
like
Okay. It's
the
nothing. The
super
I was
yeah
looking
the
for a
basic stuff you're
couple
probably good.
very rares, but they're
Yeah,
from like I
it's
was reading through the guide and it says they're from like near enough regions, like forested regions or like plains regions, but like
yeah
in
if it feel
caves specifically. So like
okay
realistically,
yeah
like that could be purchased or like found and being sold in a store. Yeah.
yeah
Okay.
it's probably one of those the stuff that like would be really expensive for you know
Yeah.
everybody else, but for you probably you know
Yeah.
you'll be
But
fine.
like, there's no like very rare like tundra style anything.
Yeah, as long as
Okay.
like you're like okay, it's probably you know I've seen it enough. It's common in this biome,
Mm.
then you'll probably be okay.
Okay.
So
Cool. I will
yeah,
give you that list then. Then yeah, I would
so
go to Dale's.
all right then. In that case, we come back to Ace. Hey bud.
Hello.
Uh, hello, Mister Curmudgeony themselves. Um, so for Ace, you know, we time goes back a little bit because you do get there before everybody else does.
Mhm.
Is there anything specific you would like to do, or just hanging out until everybody else kind of, you know, if you're just chilling before everybody shows up, type of thing?
So Ace is feeling cranky right now.
Yeah,
Ace just had to sit through a lot of classes, which
yeah.
is kind of an unfamiliar concept to them. They did
Oh, for
not
sure.
enjoy it. They were not a fan of sitting through um, the eight-pointed star, Know Your Tactics, Monster Parts 101, and Ethics and Magical Theory and Practice. Um,
Hmm.
they retained a lot of the knowledge, but aren't very happy about it. So they're looking for
Hmm.
someplace to rebel. Um, and
Okay.
so they went to the bar.
Sure, sure.
Ace makes a beeline for Dale.
Hmm.
Because Ace knows that Dale's like a rogue, maybe have gotten up to some things in the past.
Hmm.
So they kind of go up to Dale and they go, "Hey Dale, what's going on?"
Yeah, he as you walk in, he's like in the middle of like reorganizing some bottles. He's like looking at it like this. He's like as you walk in, he's like, no, different one. And he's like puts you know he's like doing the alcohol display. And he's like really
Mhm.
meticulous about it. He's like, no, this one next to that one. But as you walk in, you can just change it up some of the alcohol. I think. Trying to get some new stuff in. Maybe some new cocktails. Anyways, what's up? Sorry, I was a
Um,
little distracted.
that's fine. Dude, school sucks, all right? And
Oh, I never
I
went to school.
I don't know how true that
No,
is,
I know, I
Dale.
know, I know, no, I know, no, I know, no, I know, I know. I read.
Okay.
Sidebar, sidebar. I'm aware.
Dale, I haven't either, all right? The
Yeah.
entire all of us going, actually.
No. The sidebar. He's just like,
Actually,
nah.
actually, guys.
He's like,
So,
no, I've never went to school. Don't know what that is. Is that just food you can eat?
okay, are you being a fucking asshole right now? Is that what you're gonna do? All right.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, what's up? School sucks.
Okay, school's ass.
Yeah.
I've never been to school before, and then somebody challenged me to go to school, and now I'm in school, and it sucks. You're good at stealing shit, right? Who can I steal shit from ethically?
Ethically.
So, like, I don't want to. A lot of the people around here, I could get in trouble from stealing, and I'm rolling with a
Mhm.
group of people that are a lot of them are goody two shoes, especially that Kyler fellow, right? And I don't really want to shake things up, and I'm not really a guy who wants to steal stuff from people who don't deserve it. So I know you're a bartender. I know you've done some stealing back in your day. Who's some big marks that are coming through? I know you got your ear to the ground. Who's coming through? Some big money people that are just huge. Well, we got billionaires, shitheads, capitalists, whatever. I'm trying. I'm tired of this, but I got to stick it through. I'm rebelling.
He kind of has this slightly amused look to him. He's like, okay, all right. You look at it. Oh, I'm not confirming or denying that I know anything, but if said individuals were here or in the area, I may have some. Uh, if you, in terms of ethically, that's a subjective matter for a lot of people. Uh, you know, I can forward you some information.
I don't even need to look. I don't know how to work this goddamn thing. Do you want to just write it on a bar napkin,
Okay, maybe not.
old
Okay,
school
I'll
style?
sure.
Boomer.
I'm 42 goddamn years old, Dale. I don't know how this shit works. I'm not from around these parts.
I can tell.
Dang
All
it.
right. Yep, no problem. Yeah, he'll kind of take some time to kind of go over some just the basics of the I guess immediate s- not underground but like the situation of the regular crowd in this area type of thing. Like you get the street knowledge essentially
Okay.
of like who's the big players, who's not to mess with, like who to mess with, like who wouldn't notice, who would
Mhm.
notice,
And
that
and
type
he's
of
like
thing.
gets it. Like they were a street urchin straight up. Like they know like the lingo. Like they get it.
Yeah,
Like they're
like
catching on.
you know, you get the like, hey, don't, if somebody's wearing this symbol on them, don't go for them because they will fuck you up, or even that they'll actually retaliate. You know, like things like that, right? You get like the
Like they got
basic load.
affiliation. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the lowdown of like uh rackets and gangs and things like that that are like around that. Some you can get away with messing with here and there. Some you want to make sure to, not have, if you do hit them, to basically let them know, uh, have steps away from it. Don't let them know it was you type shit. Um, Now you do, I would say, actually roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
yeah, I have. There's a thought here.
Um. 11.
11. Okay. Um, and then just do a general intelligence check, please.
Okay. 19.
19. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah. So what you notice that you also are part, because they'll just kind of talks about stuff here and there and kind of goes over the general uh, landscape of kind of the powers and the players and whatnot. Um, and what you kind of catch on is that if you would like to have sort of uh, there's like that underlying of like, oh, if you want to have some targets that you don't need to feel bad about hitting, there is some targets, not just not targets of opportunity. Some are, but also like is Otanian and White Fawn and everything. It's a big place, it's a big world with a lot of people in it, right? And even with the Worldsquall, there is people that are taking advantage of it in the chaos, right? Not everybody is great. There's always people that are opportunistic and take advantage of that, whether legal or not, right? Some are, legal, some are just opportunists, some are illegal. Um, if that is something that Ace wants to kind of be in the like kind of aware of, can Dale is saying that he can kind of give you like, okay, here's the lowdown of like maybe somebody's pushing a shipment that shouldn't be there. Somebody's trying to do a racket on this guy, and like the side, almost like not side quests, but like you know stuff in the area that won't take you out of the city and can earn some gold, essentially. Um,
I think I'd be down with that, Dale. Yeah. Oh, I had one more question. I'm rolling with this group. They call themselves the Mandem, right?
yeah,
And
he
I'm
does. He
in.
does like a his eye just like his eye just like twitches for a second, and then was like, I know, yeah.
So, you know how powerful favors can be. They've done some pretty big favors carrying me along with them, putting them up in the house. Their Mandem mention or something. Um, but I want to do something for him. I've heard the Dragon Boy
Mm.
talk about this one group that I'd love to just rob absolutely blind if I could. Have you ever heard of the Izarian Theocracy? Do they have dudes running around here at all? I don't really know much around about this.
Well, they're not directly, no. They're a country nation. So
Oh, okay.
maybe don't go running off in their direction just
Is
on your
there like
lonesome.
an embassy or something, or no?
There was one, and now there isn't.
Ah,
But
get fucked, I
they,
guess.
I think, you know what? Let me get back to you on that. There's some organizations that have extended affiliation to them, not in the specifically a lot of the stuff that some people, they just don't care who they work for, type of situation. It'll hurt their pockets either way. I
Okay.
can,
See,
yeah,
that's the type of ethical I'm talking about, Dale. See, you and me, buddy, we're on the same page. I
yeah. No,
like
I'm
this.
I'm with you. There's
Because I
some,
don't know
yeah.
much about them except Dragon Tales over here says they're kind of fuckheads. So
They're not the greatest. That's for sure. Uh, I don't know anything about, their citizens and within their walls and whatever, but they're not the most loved thing. And they have their patsies and agents that are still running around. White Fawn, I can point you in the direction of some in Agalane.
that sounds like a wonderful plan. Thank you, Dale.
You got it. I'll send a runner to you, probably later on with what we got.
Excellent. I don't run very fast. They'll catch up.
Yeah. All right. You got it.
Mind if I plink on some notes in and outside the tavern? I can
Hey, go
split
for
the.
it.
Do you want me to split the gold with you?
Nah, you're good.
Ah, sick. Dale, you're the greatest.
I know. All right.
Ace kind of pulls out their cittern, kind of like plinks like Hotel de la Fornia.
Yeah, you want to roll a performance check for me?
Sure.
For
Disadvantage for the Eagles cover.
Dirty little 20 there.
30, little 20. How long are you playing for? Just till everybody else gets here?
I don't actually know that everybody else is coming here. Ace did not really
I
confirm.
would love
Well, like,
for
do you
GB
stop
to
when-
rock up while he's playing.
Yeah, do you stop when you
Right.
see them come in? Is basically where I'm at.
Oh.
I think that if Ace saw because I think Dre and Kat are, fucking GB are gonna come in.
Hi.
You are the
Walking up to the
same
bar.
people in my head. I'm sorry. They're gonna roll up pretty soon.
Yeah.
If they come and talk to Ace, then Ace will stop. But otherwise, just put a little coin jar or
hat to
whatever.
chart. Yeah. Okay, you got it. You said 30, 20?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, sounds good. I'll let you know how much you get from gold donations, tips, and whatnot. Depending on how long you're there for. So, I would say Drazy and GB, you guys probably rock up at a similar amount of time frame. We'll say you can rock up together. That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, that works. That we could kind of link after leaving the school.
Yep. So you walk up the Dales. You hear just this.
Can we hear a little bit of what a Hotel California in a la Ace? What do
Ace doesn't
we
usually
walk to?
sing, but I can give you. Welcome to the Hotel California. What a drinking place. What a drinking place.
What a drinking place. Dun dun dun
Dun, dun, dun. Drinking up at the Hotel California.
You're such a good sport.
10 out of 10, no notes.
True.
Yeah,
That's a
Nicholas-
dirty 20 right there.
That's a dirty 20. Yeah, I guess. Are you playing outside the bar or inside the bar?
No, Ace posted up in a corner there. You could probably hear the dirty 20 tunes right at the door, probably. But
okay, but
Yeah.
we have to
Hotel
come in to
California
see it.
parody is 100% what I would call a dirty 20. Yeah.
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 All right. Juby's gonna walk into Dale's, see Ace in the corner, dirty 20 tuning, and go to the bar.
It sounds like the name of a record label based on D&D music.
dirty 20 tunes.
Dirty
Dirty
20
22.
tuning.
Dirty 22.
So if we
yeah.
ever change ADIG's name,
Oh, that's like for an all bard campaign. It's just a dirty 20 tunes.
Yeah, Dirty 22.
are you guys trying to DM something?
Incredible.
Trying to see something real quick. Juby's gonna go to the bar and get her usual, and probably go sit near Ace, but not stop the performance.
Yeah, Dre's
Okay.
going to do the same. I'm going to sit down beside GB because I want to have a wee
They'll
chat.
get a nice head nod, but we
Yeah,
we
like a
notice
sub,
working
like a-
folk. We notice
Yeah,
a
like a
working
sub nod.
The millionaire notices working folk.
the working class and understands not to interrupt.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, you guys grab your drinks. Easy enough to do. You're here more than enough for them to, for Dale specifically to know what the heck you guys like. So yeah, grab your drinks, sit down at a close enough but not too far or too close booth, and yeah. Dresden, you said
Kyler can arrive at some point as well.
Sweet.
Sufficiently sweaty from the gym. Does Kyler sweat?
Does he smell like seaweed if he sweats?
He sweats,
Saltwater.
but you know,
I mean, fish
not
can't
not
sweat.
not when dealing with common foes. Only when he gets a real challenge.
Oh, boy.
Like
When he has to
All
use
right.
his right hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Or like just a better weapon than a trident.
Sweat in water.
Did you just Google if fish sweat?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Because the concept of evaporation is not possible underwater, fish do not sweat. However, that does leave the precedent open of they could if they weren't in water.
Okay, Kyler sweats then. That's the conclusion. Science
Glad we solved this mystery.
Yeah. Thank you, science side of
Kyler does
Tumblr.
sweat.
Yeah, thank you.
If they didn't drown.
Yeah, Kyler doesn't sweat in water, but Kyler sweats outside of water.
Right, cool.
That's
That's
Is
what we got.
thirsty?
Yes. Kyle gets thirsty faster than most people, actually.
Well, I guess
It's
out
because
of
you're
water.
always drinking salt water.
Yeah. He can drink salt water. He can breathe salt water, so I suppose he can drink it.
Yeah.
Everything he ever ate for like the first 15 years of his life, like, you know,
Oh yes,
was literally
as long as
just all
an
salt
adequate
water
amount
flavored.
of water enters the mouth, passes over or through the gills, and exit the body through a special opening, it would keep their bodies with an adequate amount of water and they don't feel thirsty.
There you go.
I'm just reading it word for word. It does say special opening. That wasn't just flavor text for you guys.
Special opening is 100% like what you would tell the police.
I hid it in my special opening.
Icky.
Right. Anyway.
You're gonna make me ink.
Anyway.
Fish don't have sweat glands.
Yeah, I feel like that was. I wasn't gonna say it because we're playing D&D or whatever, but
Kyle's a Triton. And
Yeah,
Tritons are
Triton
made
are
to
not
survive.
fish. Triton
On
are
any-
not fish.
Triton are Triton are birthed from the thoughts of a mad god. So let's just got everything.
So really,
So the mad god fucked you guys over, saying you guys gotta sweat.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
he looked
sweat.
at y'all and went, sweat.
Of all the things that walk the earth, you shall be the only one that sweats.
Anyways, you got the
What, Prince Andrew was a Triton? Anyway, Dre sits down beside GB and is like, so what have you been up to?
You know, just went shopping for some supplies and that was it.
Get anything interesting?
I don't know yet.
Cool, we'll come back to that later.
Maybe. We'll see. I think I need to look at it a little more closely to really see what I've got. But
This whole infinite money thing, you don't have it anymore. You need to actually look at what you're purchasing before spending it, you know? Like...
GB looks down at her pixie and opens up what I'm assuming is her bank app.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
Where
bank
you
of Agilane.
see-
Why are the numbers red?
No, where you see where's inventory? 500 platinum in one account, and then 139,622 gold in another one.
Ace
You
sees
know
it
what?
and the
Never
string goes,
mind.
boing.
Never mind.
Like comically, the string up. Boing.
Yeah.
So she probably, I mean, based on like what I'm gonna send Brendan, I probably spent like a couple thousand gold.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I would assume so.
But I got it for like to last like at least a week or so, and like some fairly high grade.
Yeah, the high grade stuff is what cost them. Like,
Yeah,
keep
I
in mind,
two
one-
very rare curative something, and it listed both
Reagents,
of
yeah.
those two things at like 270
yeah,
each, and then like a shit ton of common ones to like make health
Yeah.
potions and shit like that. So I'm assuming it's probably like 2 to 3K gold.
Oh, that sounds about right. And keep in mind, 1 gold is like $100, so it's like
Yeah.
cool. You just dropped like 3 million like in USD.
A spice rack? What could it cost? $300,000?
A dinner? Do you need like 700 gold?
Yep,
Yeah,
sure do.
700.
Drop it in the coin jar.
70 grand.
But I turned to GB and was like, so I had a very interesting meeting.
Oh.
So he is who I thought he was. Brutus, new head teach.
Oh, right.
Because I know him by reputation and name. But I wasn't sure if it was him or if it was someone pretending to be him or whatever, but no, it's the real deal. Yeah, he is, he was trained by my grandfather. And that is why he is a very, very good and prominent Disagiri. So he really knows what he's doing, and he has agreed to train me. So he's going to get somebody to drop some textbooks for me to go through as my, like, not official extra elective, but the one that I'm really at the academy for, to help and for me to go through, and then he's going to train me in person whenever he gets time, because obviously headmaster, a lot of responsibilities, but he's going to help me and help me figure out what I need to do. And
Right. So that's all well and good. I don't mean to be rude. Can I meet his dragon too?
I haven't met his dragon, but sure, yeah, I wouldn't see an issue.
Do you think his dragon and Azuria are gonna be friends? Do you think his dragon would come over for playdate? Do they do that?
Geraldine, you can't just ask to see a man's dragon.
I can, and I will.
GB, I'm gonna be completely kosher with you here. I haven't a fucking clue. Like, I don't really know how any of this works. I arrived here with this dragon egg that had chose me for whatever unbeknownst reason to be its companion, and you were there when it hatched. I've kind of been making this up as I go along. My grandfather didn't get to train me an awful lot before my home was invaded and he was executed. So this is all like kind of new to me, and I'm a little out of my depth. So I don't really know if they do play dates. Then absolutely, his dragon can come around, and I really hope that his dragon could be a good friend to Azuria, because I think it would be good for her to have someone of her own kind around. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
He's probably an old, like a big dragon now, right?
He's definitely fully fledged.
Off the table. What does that mean for a dragon? Like, they can't fit in the house at that point, right?
Nope.
Like,
definitely not.
So
when Drazian reaches level 10, I think it's level 10, Azuri is not going to be able to fit in the house anymore.
they grow up so fast.
Okay.
Yeah, they grow up really fucking
So
fast.
then it would make perfectly good sense why the dragon was not in his office during your meeting. Okay.
Yeah. That would
Do we know how old this headmaster is?
Drazian has an idea. He's about I would say 20 years older than Drazian.
Older than okay, kind of like older than.
So he's in his like mid to late 40s.
Cool.
Okay.
Which for someone who is a half elf is like not really old.
Not very old, but older than.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, What are we gonna do
You ever
when
see
the
somebody
Zarya
your
gets
age
bigger?
running an academy? Awesome.
What are we gonna do with the Zarya when she gets bigger? She's
Uh,
almost too big for your room.
Well, I guess I'll need some builder a little enclosure or something, and
Little.
well, a relative, a cozy enclosure.
For her enrichment time, right?
Yes, for her enrichment time, because she's.
If she's gonna be too big to be in the house, do you think it's dangerous for her to be out of the house?
Not particularly. Where the man dimension is it's pretty like secluded. There's not really. We're kind of on our like own kind of landmass place that is not really. It doesn't really have easy access, unless Kyler decides to throw another frat party. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Do you recall that night?
Oh, I'm sure
Sort
you
of.
do.
I don't know what you could mean by that.
Oh, what if it was
Dale,
just his friends,
can I have
Trazian?
another drink, please?
You got it.
Oh, what if he means just his friends, Trazian?
Trazian. Stop. He's gonna hear you.
Your
We
drinks
haven't
are.
talked about any of that since, the
The-
fire thing. We haven't talked. Okay? So shh.
Oh, okay.
So it is just his friends, okay? It's just friends. Because he hasn't said, and then we went and attacked my family, so maybe that wasn't the best time either. And yeah. So Dale.
I'm coming. He's like holding. He's like, what?
Jerry's making me talk about my feelings. I needed you.
Okay.
You were the one that brought it up.
I did not.
Talk about
I
your
was talking about dragons.
feelings then. I don't know.
Dale, just please.
Blink.
Look, I'm
Dragon is
not
now-
going to say anything further, but you should talk to him.
Yeah, he
Curled
walks back. He
Knees
walks
to
back in
chest
the.
in the booth with her whiskey on one knee and her blueberries on the other knee, grumpily staring at Ace play and pointedly ignoring Tracy.
Yeah, like the Dale, like Dale
Still
walks
sitting
around with
next
like
to him, but
yeah, it's one of those where Dale walks away with like a fucking kids, man. What the hell? Type of a walk away.
Dale is just an ancient being at this point.
He's
He
an
might be
elf.
son of Dale, but he's father of all of us.
Yes, indeed.
That's my dad, Your Honor. My dad's the barkeep.
All right, I think at this lull in that conversation is probably when Kyler strolls up.
Fuck.
Kyler sneezes on the way in, like, achoo, because people are talking about him. And then just kind of opens the door with the usual too much, just bang, and like the door kind of rattles off his hinges. Like, Dale, son of Dale. How are you doing, my good sir?
He kind of looks at you, and just like Kyler, son of Kyler. Nice to meet you too. I'm doing great.
Good stuff, good stuff. Can I have like Kyler's gonna look at the menu, and just realize.
Dale has a look of like it hasn't like he doesn't say it, but in his eyes you can tell it's like it hasn't changed since the last time you were here. But okay.
Yeah. He expects for a minute and goes, "Can I have a Coca-Cola on the rock?"
Another string goes.
He goes and he just like never mind. I'm not gonna say anything and just gives you a thing of soda
With
It's not
ice.
It's rocks.
with ice. Yeah, with ice. It's just he was like okay.
Oh my god.
Thank you. And Kyle's gonna take a swill and kind of look at him for a minute, and he's like, "Do you not usually like wipe down the bar while people are talking to you? Is that like a thing? I've seen it in the Land Walker movies."
I can do that if it makes it. Sure.
Would you
Tries to
mind too
start playing
terribly?
louder.
No, not at all. He has like a rag that's like in his back pocket that he just keeps it because if he needs to clean something, he starts rubbing the same spot on the countertop. It's like, so how was your
Circle
Kyler-
over and over.
Kyler
the same
sits his
circle.
trident down, sits at the bar, takes like a long drag of the coke, and is like,
long day at work?
Ace goes. Boy.
dude, you seem really calm.
Kinda gotta be.
Do you never worry that it's your friends out there that you went to school with, or people you knew in the world? Squall?
At first he was a little confused, and then he as you elaborated more, because at first he just said, "Aren't you? Do you think about your friends that are people you knew at school?" And then he's like, "Huh?"
He's like, I mean, sometimes I get it.
I was just waiting on
and then-
Dale to say, "What's the Worldsquall?"
He goes,
Dale just
Never swallowed
hasn't
a word
heard
in my
about it.
life.
What school? What's the Worldsquall?
Never
he's not that much of a troll. He's a little troll, but he's not that much of a troll.
Oh yeah, he is.
Is he okay? Is he troll enough to be like, "What's the Worldsquall?"
I mean, probably
That's
not
up to
that
you.
much. I don't.
Yeah.
I
don't
know.
think.
He's
I
a
don't-
troll. I don't know he'd do that.
That's like
Yeah,
what's
I was like, I think that's too
9/11?
much. Yeah, I think that's too much of a troll.
What's what's this horrendous world event like?
Yeah.
I'd say that's
Um,
9/11.
He could pause his.
Not on November 11th, 2001.
I don't know. I might.
He goes. I mean, it's one of those things that. He kind of pauses, and his hand is still automatically going like this. This was said to me many years ago, and I think it's pertinent in this situation, which is you worry only about the things that you can control, because there's no use worrying about the things you can't control. And I can't control what my friends are doing and my comrades are doing. I can hope the best for them, and thankfully, fingers crossed, but I do no good to them if I worry about it here. So it's not the greatest of comforts, but I think it's good to keep that in mind. You're no good to your friends and your family and all the people that you knew if you worry so much about them. It becomes detrimental to you. You have
Yeah.
you take. I mean, look at your dad, right? I mean, at least you trust your dad, right?
Yeah.
You trust his ability.
Of course.
Then trust in the fact that they'll do their best, and you can hope for them. I think that's good. But I don't. If I'm sure he probably, if you could help in some way, they'd probably ask you. I don't, not really privy to a lot of the ongoings, and the upper echelons anymore, really. But it's, I don't know. You hear a lot, tending to a bar, and a lot of it you kind of have to just take it and keep chugging along, because it's not good for myself or yourself to keep thinking about those things. I think there's a healthy amount that you can think about it.
You're probably right, dude. Kyler's gonna finish his cola and then be like, "Can I have another?" and make it a double. And then he's gonna put some gold coins on the counter, and the deep one beneath, who slumbers beneath the waves, whose hunger is unending and reality's unfurling card, on the table. It's meant to be like a comfort, comforting prayer, but it's actually just when you look at it, and if you don't like, you just feel like a stabbing pain in your head if you can't read it. It's the word shift.
Yeah.
Just a chthonic prayer card. Just a people like leave like little Jesus loves you things in like tip envelopes.
Yeah.
Kind of one of them.
Yeah. He nods. Takes the coin and the thing. He pulls out a drawer, puts the things in. The card in it, and you do catch a glimpse of like not only that, but like other deities have like the same card. It's like he just has a drawer of like all these other cards, and he's like, put it
The
in
God
there.
of Light had like a shining, like his face is fucking lit up kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, like he pulls the drawer open, it's like a disco rave of different lights.
Yeah.
And just puts it back in.
After that, I think Kylo's gonna kind of look around the bar, see Ace playing, kind of give a nod, and then go over towards where GB and Dre's sitting. And I think Kylo's gonna sit next to GB, like slightly closer than you would a friend, like a casual friend, but like not like touching, just like close.
Within the bubble.
In the bubble.
In the bubble.
Dre side eyes GB as if to say just friends, yeah.
GB tries to
Bombastic
scoot
side-eye.
over a tiny bit as a way to mask elbowing Dre.
Dre
And
is
tries
not
not
budging
to-
a fucking inch. Not moving a fucking muscle.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hey, hey.
What's up?
Oh, the world ended.
Yeah, I think we were there for that.
Not there though.
Where's there?
Wherever it started, wherever it happened.
Did you
know?
want to be where the world ended?
In a way, but in a way, I don't know that I would have done anything good in the situation.
I mean, yeah, it's nicer reading your name on our pixies instead of in a memorial list, but
I've never really thought of myself as being dead.
you bleed, don't you?
Not often.
Well, anyone that bleeds can and will die. So I mean, I try to stop it when it does happen, but I'm not, perfect at it yet.
I think you're pretty perfect anyway.
Ace
Rubbing
is
his big drink.
playing kind of a little love song ditty
No,
over here.
no, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Take it back. No, they're not.
Can't help falling in love with Dales.
You also it's like this is the type of thing where it's like somewhere in the bar there's like one dude who's like, hey yo, they're gay yo.
Well, thanks. I think you're pretty great too.
Yeah, no. I try my best. Sorry, my head's a bit of a wreck right now. These colas have gone straight to my head.
Colas, right? Of course, the colas.
Well, since I can't get drunk anymore, I've just decided that I will enjoy the cool, refreshing burn of a Pepsi Max.
Ay.
And
Okay. That's
the
okay.
last time I got drunk was the last time, but like the last time I knew well, I suppose, was I even drunk when I told you um about the ultraviolet spectrum and
No,
all
that
that?
was at the
Yeah, that was the last time
ball.
was
I
drunk.
don't. Oh, you were drunk for
Well,
that.
no, I wasn't drunk because it turns out I can't because of my powers. I can only kind of like what's the word? Like placenta affect
Placebo.
myself?
Placebo.
Placebo affect myself.
It's funny, we were just talking about that party.
We
Oh, I
really
mean,
weren't. We were talking about the party at our house.
yeah, the spring break rager, yeah.
Yeah, with
Oh, it's for the way you look at me. Oh, you're the only one I see.
Ace, as you're doing this, the same student that's like nearby watching this like has also now become an audience. No, just like flicks their fingers and you see like dancing lights up here above your. They're just like,
Dude,
Um, yeah, no, it it feels I don't really know how to proceed with this conversation right now. My head is kind of a wreck, but it's not your fault. So I'm sorry.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Um when school when school like settles back in and like do you want to like um go on a date or something?
Like together.
I mean not just do you want to go on a date generally? Do you want to go on a date with me?
Yeah. Yeah. I would.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably get a, I mean, I hope it won't, but, they never seem to, nothing seems to really go well for us, as a group. So hopefully we won't get attacked by, like, you know, fae spirits or
Yeah.
mummies.
Not that
or...
that's stopped either of you before.
Oh, I mean, no, we attacked that guy, Dre. Like, we attacked him.
To be fair, that one was our fault.
That one was a fight we kind of, it was his house.
I mean, we only have really got into fights, well, aside from when we were assaulted outside the school by the guys with the crossbows. Aside from that time, we kind of have been going out looking for the fights rather than them coming to us. So these are going on a date. I think you'll probably be a little safe in haggling.
Yeah, I hope so. But you still have to say yes if you want to. Yes, because you haven't said no, but you kind of have to say yes or no.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Finally,
We found love in a Worldsquall place. We found love in a
I'm going to commit
Worldsquall place.
Sudoku. I'm going to commit
I'm
Sudoku.
permitting.
Chris, this is your finest D&D work, like absolute fucking chef kisses.
Well, okay.
Cool.
Geraldine stares at middle space on the table and drinks her drink and is bright red.
So teach us the real deal, by the way.
Cool. I kind of know this dude. He's kind of a adventurer of fairly prominence.
Yeah, I know him too.
Fairly respectable respect.
He was one of my grandfather's students. I didn't say anything until now because I wanted to be sure, but he's the real deal. He is one of the best. So it does not surprise me that he has been the one to be appointed and take Avatar's place. Have you found
I don't think
anything
anyone can take Avatar's place.
Well, you know what I mean, but take up his position within the school.
Is it possible for GB to put her drink and the blueberries on the table and slink down under the table out of the conversation?
That'll.
Is there enough space?
Wild
Oh.
shape out of the conversation.
You can wall shape. You can wall shape out of this. That is correct.
I don't want to wild shape. I want this to be like the child slinking down far enough in the booth that they just
That's
like
fine.
go down under the table.
Yeah.
And like
That's
she comes up
doable.
on the other side, not sandwiched in between the two of them, but like slightly closer to Ace, ideally within like whispering distance.
Ace is still on stage, right? On the corner.
Oh,
The corner.
God. Well, she can't yell at him then. Okay. Is she
Are you
close enough
making
to like?
eyes? Are you making eyes at Ace like you want to talk?
Yeah, and but like, and
Ace, can Ace clock this pretty clearly? You think with the passive
would.
perception that Ace has?
Also, you've been looking at their conversations. I would say.
Yeah. So
Uh,
Ace kind of sees that and kind of gets the hint. Uses message and goes, "What?"
What? She's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna stare at like, go keep playing something else though, and she's gonna divert all of her attention.
They can't hear you. I'm casting message. They straight up can't hear you.
I just want GB to be fully focused on Ace and out of the Kyler and Dre conversation, and like on the other side of like just watching Ace. Just nope.
All right, just finish that one up. We taking any requests here? It seems like those last few were a pretty big hit. Anything from the folks out in the audience here, Mr. Presentation, sir? You seem to have some opinions. You got anything for me?
Oh, are you asking the student that was like cheering on the sidelines? Okay. Yeah, they look up at you, kind of tap the side of their chin, and there is a deceptive gleam in their eye, and their voice can says, I mean, the sort of fun love song you've been doing, that's pretty fun. You want to do one more of those? Then they'll flick a gold coin at you.
All right. Now I gotta come up with another love song. I ran through all of them. What's a good love song, folks?
What about I Would Do Anything for Dales?
But I won't do that.
Ace says, I would do anything for Dales, but I wouldn't do that. And then starts a rendition of, I'm the bad elf. Dum 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 dum. And it starts breaking that out because they want Geraldine to have a little bit of an out here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bless.
Incredible.
I thought I just made all of this worse for her.
No. You almost did.
Keep on digging, keep on digging.
Yep, Geraldine is handfuls of blueberries chasing it with whiskey. You guys can keep talking.
Incredible. I turn to Kyler and I'm like, have you heard anything about what they're doing with the Tarask 10? Is there like, because obviously some of them have like stepped out now, haven't they? And a couple died
Some
too.
of them died, yeah.
But the two of them at least two of them stepped out of active duty as well, didn't they?
Yeah, Lifein and Yodel have retired from public life. So whatever they saw was worse than the 10,000 shadow demons of Linfar and the
And the Divine Gate.
Great Dragon and the Divine Gate.
They were at the Divine Gate, weren't they?
I was pretty sure. To be honest, as I said, my dad doesn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
I think he might have told Theron a bit, but he hasn't told me anything.
Do you think Theron would tell you anything if you pushed them?
Oh, I don't know where Theron is right now. And I get the sense that I shouldn't bother them. They are safe, and they are one of the few adventurers who I know are absolutely not dead. So I should probably just let them do the repairs they need to do and stuff.
Yeah. I know it's hard not knowing. I know you're.
It's horrendous.
I know you're really close with your dad. I know that must be really difficult.
Yeah, we're I mean, people always say we're very similar, and I don't know. I don't usually worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think children are supposed to worry about their parents really, but when your parent's an adventurer, it's slightly different. But then when your parent is one of the Trask 10, it's slightly different again. And now I'm just confronted with the notion of a world where Avid Archerum can lose.
I know it's not the same, but I get it. I've spent the past 5 years worrying a lot about my dad, so I can empathize. It's rough. But
No, like, yeah, of course. I mean, I can't imagine what you've been through, man. It's just, yeah. I shouldn't complain. I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying that if you ever want to talk, and want to talk to someone that gets it, I
want to talk, dude. Getting me to shut up is the problem.
No, for real. If you need anything, if you want to talk to someone who has a better idea than most about what it's like to really worry about your parent because they're frequently in quite a lot of danger, I get it. So, like, and don't diminish what you're going through because I've gone through stuff too. Just because I've like had shit doesn't mean your shit matters less.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime. He's gonna be okay. Your dad is one of the best adventurers in the, well, he's top now, right? He's number one. He's gotta be at this point.
By virtue of there being nobody left. Probably. If Gribble Hurek's dead and Avidar Trarm's dead, probably.
Then
unless there's someone else we don't know about, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really feel like something to celebrate, though.
I know, but I more meant that he knows what he's doing, and I know it's hard not to worry, but your dad's one of the best. He will figure it out, and I am sure that he is pulling the 10 together and rallying them to figure out what they need to do next. And I know it like must feel powerless not being able to help, but you just gotta trust that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I suppose so. You're probably right. I just, the world feels a little smaller and larger at the same time now.
Yeah, new continent and everything. That's,
dude, like, I didn't even fucking realize until like today. I was like, oh, yeah. It turns out there's pictures of like surveillance in like a toga, and
a toga.
It didn't even like crack like the top 10 odd shit I read today, to be honest. Like whole parts of the world just like slid into the sea, and other parts got dredged up, and like it's kind of like yeah, sure, what Why not? What, this might as well happen today.
Yeah, I guess it's somewhere else for us to go and see at some point. I think that's kind of cool. I know it's like hard to take positives from all of this, but the fact that there's like this whole like continent that we never even knew about, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
I know it's hard to be positive with everything that's gone on, but
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'll be honest. We'll figure it out.
we will. Look, if nothing else, we've got, and I cannot believe it is me that is coming out with these words and not you, but we've got hope, and we have each other, and really, and look, sometimes that's all you need. I've spent the past 5 years, and I said this to new head teach. I've spent the past 5 years being a soldier, and that's just, Gary, that's not what we're supposed to be. And as like the Prince of Avon, that's not what I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be a soldier. I'm supposed to be a leader and a protector. And it's by time I started acting like that. So we need to have some hope that we can make it through, because if we don't have hope, we don't have anything. So no matter how bleak it seems, the reason big shadows are cast is because there's a lot of light too. So just gotta hold on to that.
Yeah, I suppose. So. It's one of those, like,
Nah.
it's just, I want to be doing something. I want to be fixing something. I want to put a piece of it back together, and I just can right now.
You want to be doing something?
Yeah, probably.
Pyra and me have been talking, and we have had an idea. Look, we got lucky. When the Worldsquall hit, we happened to be with Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we got out pretty unscathed. I don't know if I don't think any other students died, but I can imagine that they were woefully unprepared for that, and I think we need to start being more prepared. Pyra and me have been talking about putting together, I don't want to call it like an extracurricular club, because it's more than that. More like a group where we meet like once a week. Different students who want to learn to be better at combat, be more prepared for emergency response situations, and put something together to help each other out and help each other be prepared for this kind of stuff, so that if something does happen again, then the tenor of dealing with some other threat, that we can at least make sure everyone's safe. And like, I don't know, try and get in contact with some of the other schools, get their students involved too, so that we can look after White Fawn and look after Iltanian, look after each other if something goes wrong. And like, if you were up for it, I would like you guys to be a part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. More practice is always useful. Practice makes permanent.
Mm-hmm.
I could be up for that. I mean, I am a bit bummed that our fight with Pyra got cut off. I can't lie.
Well, there's plenty more opportunity for that, and I know she has said that her and the earth and wind aspects of her tree were up for it too. So I've been training with her quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. It's been good to keep me sharp. But yeah, I think we should put this forward. I'm pretty sure I can't see any reason why the school wouldn't approve it as an officially sanctioned thing, so that we can actually get training resources and stuff and have it like a big cross academy thing. As Draken is the other big one in Whitefawn, yeah?
Draken's Academy is older than Shrome's Academy, actually.
Yeah.
It's one of the bigger ones. They are a bit more by the book, so I don't know how they might feel about that. But they're kind of dull.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine there are some things that we could probably learn from them, and they could learn from us too. And same with there's other academies that specialize in different things across Old Union anyway, so we might as well try and get in touch with them too, see if they're up for it, see if we can get this thing going. I mean, it's all in the name of keeping each other and our homes safe. Look, it's crazy to say this, but if I had like a silver for every time the home the place that I've been calling home has been attacked by an oppressive force, I'd have 2 silvers, which isn't a lot, but it's a little too. It's not my favorite thing in the world that it's happened twice, and I don't want to be unprepared if something like this happens again. So I think we all get our shit together, and anyone who wants in True Arms and wider, who wants to learn how to be prepared for this stuff, gets in, and we make sure that we're prepared.
Yeah, I suppose it's better than not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm down. Yeah, sure. Why the heck not? Yeah, dude, let's do it. Totally, dude. Yeah. What's GB doing right now?
GB?
Like half listening to the conversation and trying to look as though all of her attention is on Ace and her blueberries.
Yeah, Kyle's half looking at GB.
Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of looking off. I think I'm imagining they're at like a booth or something.
Yeah.
So she's like on the other side looking over at Ace, hearing about these tentative plans. What's Ace doing?
Ace is still playing, I think.
Ace just slammed out a great rendition of do you remember the 21 concurrent nights that you spent at Dale's Tavern for a discount for booking so much in advance?
Damn, Dale's PR. He didn't even know he needed.
Yeah, right.
GB's gonna flick a gold at Ace. Is there like a little bucket or anything?
Yeah, there's like a coin
Okay.
jar there.
Okay, great.
I assume you're not just aiming at Ace's forehead.
No, not aiming at
He tosses it.
at the musicians.
I didn't
No,
like
like-
that Earth, Wind, and Fire joke.
Well, are you a Rangers a referee at a Rangers game?
Right.
Getting coins flung at you. What do we have on for the rest of the day? Is there any like little...
Yeah, I mean it kind of seems like it's winding down, so after that just blatant Dale's plug, Ace will probably wind it down and gather their hard-earned gold and kind of head down.
Ace, as you get up and gather up your things, gather up the stuff you get. Let me let you know what you got in your in your little coin
That
jar.
was some,
How about that?
that was some hard work.
That was some
Had some
hard
bangers on that one.
or banger
Hard work.
work. Let me roll for that real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Roll for how much money you made.
Pretty much.
Imagine if you had to do that at the end of every pay period.
I would
You just roll the.
simply kill myself.
I would
BB
just
might.
I would just perish. Yeah, you got say it's been what, like 3-4 hours, right? Something around there. Since you first got here, and then everybody else kind of trickled in after. 3-4 hours. You got the dirty 20 tunes.
30-20 tunes, baby.
The 30-20 tunes. We'll say you can add go ahead and add like we'll say like 23 gold.
Nice.
There you go.
Pretty decent. That is 2,300 equivalent. So, which is Dales does attract adventurers and things like that. So people generally have pretty good amounts of money.
It's easier to tip a gold, right?
Yeah, exactly. But as you get up, you do hear like a whistle directed at you, Ace, and just the same student that you had saw before, or you assume they're a student, a little younger looking, and just be like, just hollers out there like, hey, if you did pretty well, that was pretty fucking cool. So they give you like a thumbs up across the way. And just be like, hey, if you ever want to jam out, let us know.
Hey, thanks. Ace kind of, I guess, shuffles over there and maybe gets their information. I mean, Ace is like, do you have like a number I can put in here? Or...
Oh yeah, yeah. You see, it's just it's two individuals sitting there. The one that had like was a little bit more rambunctious is a half elf. It looks like she has like a side shave going on, like a hair that goes off to one side. Tank top with like a clothes tied around her waist, beat up like pants and like steel-toed boots. Has a really like a modified certain next to her that's like has like skulls and shit on there.
What'd you say it was?
Like a modified cittern.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. And there next to her is like night and day. Next to her is this taller tiefling gentleman, who is red, like a red decor. He looks like he dresses, what you would probably look more like high class, sort of. Has a nice long coat, buttoned shirt, pants. He has like also some sort of like guitar, certain something like that. It's in a case right now, so you can't quite tell, but it has like that sort of a shape, right? And he gives you like a two-fingered salute. Uh, yeah, the half elf who was the one that kind of was hollering at you, just like a wide tooth grin, seems quite boisterous. Just, yeah. What's your name? I'm Diesel.
Hey, I'm Ace. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Daps you up. Big old.
Pretty new around here. Just in here to go to the academy. Are you students at the academy, or what's going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're second years. We're both. Long story short, music sort of colleges, Bardic College, that type of thing.
Oh hell yeah! So I'm talking about. Yeah, I college courtesans, believe it or not. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah.
We got all sorts of people. All sorts of people around here.
Yeah, I just came in, but I guess skipped a grade or something after the Worldsquall. When they remeasured everybody, I came in year two. So I guess we're about the same. We might have some of the same classes. I guess. Did you just get out of your first day?
Yeah. We have little our it's a little bit. It is what it is. You know, we're learning. Uh,
Yeah,
rather
I
be
mean,
playing, but hey,
why do you think I came right down to the tavern? You know what I'm saying,
yeah.
Diesel?
Yeah, she kind of shakes her head. Yeah, you see they have like kind of drinks and already like they've been here also probably around the same time. Just have been drinking. Uh, that's Jacques. He doesn't really talk a lot. He can talk. He just doesn't like to talk a lot. And Jacques kind of gives you like a nod. It's like, hey,
Hey, Jacques, nice to meet you. Well, I hopefully we'll see you around. A jam in our school or something. Feel free to send me a little page text if you want to hang out. I just hang out with these guys, the Mandem. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
oh yeah. Has it that yeah, we've heard. I don't know any of them personally, so uh, yeah, but the points at Kyler, he's like kind of famous, right? I guess I
I
don't
think
know. We've
his dad's a big deal.
oh yeah. Kyler's pod straightens up. Yeah. So, we're not really, we're
Yeah,
good at
I mean,
music, but not really whole adventuring thing really. But we can fight, but I kind of prefer music.
no, I mean, I'm kind of on the same page. I'm being hard carried. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I used to be kind of, I'm pretty far up north. You probably wouldn't have heard of anything up there, but it was, I was up there and I had a buddy who did most of the fighting and it was pretty like support oriented. And then, he
Hmm.
got world squalled. You know what I mean? So,
Oh fuck, that
um,
sucks.
yeah, bro got
Shit.
squalled. It fucking sucked, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and then, so I had to come around here and find somebody else that I could be kind of like support for. So we're around here for like music people, because I mean, what am I gonna do? Smack him across the head with this thing? I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, it gets a little bit tough.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if usually when it comes to it, yeah, we're not super frontline either. I mean, Jocks can punch somebody pretty well. But we kind of just music and magic's our thing, really. And you can see it's like so Diesel's whole vibe's like punk rocks almost, and then
Uh-huh,
Jacques is like
uh-huh.
classical musician. It's like such a disconnect, but they seem to be friends.
Hell yeah, I love that. All right, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hang out with my buddies. It's great to
Yeah.
meet you
Hit
guys.
us up whenever. We'll be here probably more often than not. So,
All right, sounds good. All right, see you.
peace out. Yeah. Ace walks over to
So
you guys
Ace
after.
Ace heads over to the Mantum. I think I just made friends.
Proud of you, dude.
Good.
Nice one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
we're friends
Seems like
too.
seems like something that you guys would have done. So I did it.
Well done, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I even trauma dumped a bit, just like GB. Just had to
Ah.
Learn from the
Ah.
best.
learn from the best. I Ace gives GB like a little bit of a side hug. Obviously just giving her a hard time.
Ah. TV staring at her fucking
Like the
drink.
music I was playing up there, gang.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was great. You were great.
Really
I
set the
almost
mood.
played I almost played hooked on a feeling, but I thought that might have been too on the nose with the got a fish guy over here like hooked on.
Where?
I don't, anyway,
I don't know. I think you left.
What's the crack, as it were?
Well, I had a meeting with new head teach. That was informative.
I think I heard a little bit of that while I was up there. I I'm pretty observant when I'm up there somehow. I don't know how it works, but I can hear a lot of what's going on. I don't know the logistics of that or the physics, but
That's very handy. It saves me repeating the same story 3 times. So
Once more with
So-
feeling.
but yeah, he's a real deal. I think we can trust him.
okay, sounds good. What's our next step? What are we up to now? We hanging around here? We going to see a dragon? What's
Oh shit! Yeah, I should go home and see Azuria and make sure that she's fed.
Cool. I can take us home. I can bring Shenjo around.
Yeah,
I don't.
Shinjo.
Yeah, Shenjo's a pretty cool dude, bro. But he's Let me just. Guy's gonna reach out telepathically to the divine steed. But yeah, dude, pick us up, like down the coast from Dales.
You got it.
There we go.
Coming around your way.
My G, and then just basically head down if everyone's ready to go.
Yeah. As
the OGDD for us.
Yeah, as you like roll down to the coastline, in your head you just, hey boss man, Uber's here.
Yo. Gonna hop on and head back to the man dimension, I think.
All right, you got it. You make your way back towards the mansion, and back to your own abodes, or your own abode. But as you go ahead and make your way there, you do notice that the city is, starting to become a little bit more lively, just in general. Kind of like you've seen today, Kyler. A lot of it is people trying to get on with the normalcy of everything, and so every passing day gets a little bit more lively. People get a little bit more back to their norms, and you make your way back to your home. Upon arriving, is there anything you all would like to do right now? I'll say you spend afternoon and evening at Dale's. By the time you get back, it's like 8-9 p.m. probably. I'll say closer to 9.
I am going to give Azuria lots of fish.
Lots of fish, you said?
Lots of food. FOOD.
Okay, got it. Understood. You feed Azuria, who as with the past days, and as you've always known her, just be like, as you walk in, does give you the bombastic side of like, where the fuck were you all day? Like, I know you had shit to do, but why are you not here? Like, you got shit to do, but I'm shit you need to do. Like, come on.
What about me?
I telepathically communicate with her. I'm like, I'm sorry, look, there's someone at the school who is going to be able to like help us. Like us is Dusagiri, so he is bonded with a dragon too. So it'll be good for us to like know what the fuck we're doing, because I know you're as new to this as me. So, but
It kind of just gives you a look like, what are you talking about? I always know what I'm doing.
She can communicate with Dre telepathically.
You're like, I always know what I'm doing. What are you talking about?
But you always know what you're doing, but I don't necessarily. So I need a bit of guidance.
She kind of, because she was sleeping, of course, and she kind of just like raises her head, looks at you, looks like, skill issue.
Yeah, I know I'm terrible, but this is what I'm doing to try and get rid of the skill issue. But plus,
her tail kind of goes like this, like, all right, okay, all right, that makes sense.
Plus, I think it'll be good for you to like meet someone else that's a dragon as well. So I'm sure Ruidus will like be able to introduce you to his dragon at some point as well.
She tries to pretend that she's not interested, but she does like perk up a little bit. Like, cool.
They obviously won't be anywhere near as cool as you, but you'll be able to just show them up and show you that you're the best dragon around.
Yeah. Okay. She kind of just like puffs up again.
And then Dre just like brings her some food. Just allows her to eat, and then for her to just go back to sleep.
Oh yeah, no, she's going the fuck back to sleep. Yeah. Unless you have something you need her, she's going the fuck back to sleep. All right. What is everybody doing for the remainder of the night? I know you just fed Azuria, but like in terms of you guys, what are you guys doing for the rest of the night?
If it's time for like Betty buys, then Juby's gonna do a bunch of her alchemy stuff and do her normal curled up, holed up in the library, working on, you know, alchemy things, seeing what she got at the store, and working on some potions, and maybe starting to read up on how to like draft some spells for that class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dre's going to do the same.
Okay. How about you, Kyler?
Can I take a swim and then DM you the details of the swim?
You got it.
Okay.
Ace?
Let me just...
Probably eat leftovers, go to bed.
Okay. Well,
Fuck.
Ace is the true like student lifestyle
Adventurer
right there.
archetype. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
like, Ace doesn't really have anything to be doing. Hasn't heard anything to do any like suspicious side quest or anything. Doesn't want to rob any of these guys. You know, like, got nothing.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. At around 9:30, like a little bit, like 20 or so minutes after you guys come back, you do. Whoever is downstairs, I guess, on the first floor. The rest of you hear it too, but the downstairs you hear your doorbell. I presume you have a doorbell. Go ding.
Dre bolts because Dre is assuming that this is for him after the conversation he had with Rudis earlier.
Ace,
Yeah, so
I think
Dre.
is probably like downstairs, and so I was like, oh, I guess maybe I like it's like looking around, and then Dre like,
Barrels
like,
down.
Dre literally hops over the like upper the like first floor
The railing.
balcony, like hops over the railing, like does a 3-point landing at the bottom of the stairs and makes for the door.
superhero ass landing over here.
Literally.
Yeah, your knees hurt a little bit from that, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
You
So
look cool.
Ace is like,
you look cool.
Do you want me to like fuck off or
No, you're good. Dre Dre says this not even stopping, like as soon as like Dre has landed, has used the momentum to push his body back up and says, no, you're good, and keeps moving.
Yeah.
Ace is like, all right, and turns around and is like kind of preparing some, no so much kind of like seaweed, so is like drying out a lot of seaweed to make some like seaweed chips, to just have on hand for adventuring snacks.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, Drazen, you bum rush to the door. You just swing it open.
Yeah, no, I get to the door and I like very casually open it.
Okay. Yeah. The first instinct you see at this, you open the door. The person they're not standing directly in front of the door. They're like a few steps back. Probably press the door button, like took a step back. Has to not be right fucking there if somebody opens the door. Is quite tall. They're you're kind of used to being a little bit taller. I think you're you say you were like 6 foot, right?
6 foot, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely tall. Your best eyeball guess is somewhere in the 6.5 or a little bit over that.
Okay.
And they have tan skin, very very beautiful, elven if not for their golden eyes, and just cascading fiery hair that comes down. You're like, is this an elf? Is this a tiefling? What is this? As they have like 2 horns that kind of go back their head. And, yeah. And they have like this red dress that goes down to their feet, and this like regal mask on their faces. Good evening.
Hi. Yeah, that's me. Did Headmaster Rudis send you?
Yes, you have, as I understand it, some texts that are meant for you.
Oh, yeah.
She kind of kind of reaches to her side and just unhooks like a the book holster type of thing,
Yeah.
and just clink, hands it to you.
Thank you.
The rest are in their expansion spells and whatnot.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Sir,
Of course.
what was your name?
You can call me Sierra.
Sierra. Well, nice to meet you, Sierra. Thank you for delivering these. I appreciate it. Can I offer you a drink or anything? Cup of tea?
I'm all right. Thank you for the offer, though.
No problem. Well, thank you very much for dropping these off. Tell Rudis, I appreciate it greatly.
She inclines her head. Of course. I will be seeing you around, I presume. And she just turns around and just walks away. And you do see her eyes kind of look upwards at your room for a second before she turns in and walks away.
Right. OC, I know who this is.
Yeah.
In character, does my mark start glowing off to sense that it's like any
relation softly, not like super, like they definitely have some sort of connection with the headmaster for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Dre knows who it is. That cool.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's not like a dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
or anything.
But there's a soft pulsing. Okay.
Yeah.
Dre is like a little bit giddy at this prospect and is like, oh, okay, that's cool, and takes the books and goes like bolts back upstairs to the library where I assume GB still is, and just like very excitedly puts these books down on the table.
You open the holster and you turn it over and just books going dunk 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 dunk.
Hey, you want to try it? Okay.
I made these okay.
GB, as you're mixing potions, Dre just fucking barges in.
Making the tables rattle, nearly knocking over my vials.
My vials!
Well, I would go to a different desk to the one that you're at, like, but...
No, you rattled the walls with the door.
Sorry, exciting things.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to tell you eventually anyway, so I might as well tell you now. So I think I just met Riodas's dragon.
And you didn't get me?
Because I wasn't 100% sure it was her because she was in a like humanoid form, which like I've heard that like fully fledged can do, but I wasn't sure. But she seemed like she was beautiful.
So you're telling me I can go shopping with Azuria one day? Oh, you'll
Yeah.
never see her again. Anyway, well, happy for you and all of these books.
Yeah, they're from Rudis. He wants me to start reading these and learning more about like Jisagiri history and different stuff that's gonna hopefully help a lot. So this is really cool and really exciting. So sorry I'm a little like an overexcited child in a candy store, but this is kind of huge. And I'm pretty sure I just met his fucking dragon, and that was really cool.
Yeah. Kronk's chair's the best for curling up to read.
Okay. Sweet. And I just get into Kronk's chair with like all these books in front of me, and I just take the first one and just start reading.
Yeah, and these are there's not that it's about 4 or 5 books, but they're like thick, like old books,
Tome style, yeah.
Yeah, tomes, yeah. But and you can see some of them are as you pull them. The first one, as you pull it open, you can see there's like a brief magic that goes through, and it kind of like it's almost like you can tell the tomes are kind of like adjusting them to you, like an auto translate function almost. You know, because you're looking at these and you're like, these are fucking old ass shit. It's like trying to read like the original Beowulf, like or like Shakespearean English as we are now. You're like, I won't understand fucking shit about Jack. So it's like almost has like the auto translate like update to modern speech, you know, type of a function. And you can see the as you open the first page, right, you look at it, the first one just says go, you know, the text goes right and it says, so you're a dragon rider now. This is what you need to know. Like it starts like that.
So you may be wondering how we got here.
Yeah. So you're a dragon rider now.
Disagiri for dummies.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But
I
sorry, yeah.
I actually have like a custom skill for Disagiri lore. Can I like make a skill check with that to like see how much of the information I take in?
Yeah, sure.
A 14 on that.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of it is like what this book specifically, you know, as you kind of look at the rest of them, you kind of glance at it. A lot of these are, you may, you know, at a glance, you almost think they're basic, but then it's like you read a little bit more into them, and you realize pretty quickly that like a lot of these, you know, from like osmosis and like you know, just like kind of like from living it, right? Although you never had that formal education as a dragon rider, a lot of this, you know, you gain from osmosis through culture, right? From home and all that, right? So some of these you already know, but it's like the same thing as, you know, knowing how to speak English, but you still need to take English class because it's like almost like quantified and like spelled out, like, you know, rather than just like vibing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is foundational stuff that you assume, had you been back in Avon, would be a part of your curriculum in the first year of your, you know, once you start your formal training.
Right.
It's like year one textbooks essentially. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I just spend like the rest of the evening until I'm going to sleep, just reading through it all.
You got it. GB, you how many hours do you want to spend with your potion?
For background, like, man, I think I could spend like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Doing it and still get the full 4 for trance.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So divvy that up however you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait to roll these until after we talk about like what I've gotten.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just so I can thoroughly decide what it is I want to try to make.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
So options, you're good. You're all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
If Ace is awake for that, you can come find them, and I can give you bardic inspiration for it.
I just imagine this is like a middle of the night, GB in her jammies, ready to finally make all of her potions, and she just goes, "I'm nervous. I need Ace," and like goes downstairs to find Ace in her fucking footy pajamas, and just goes, "Will you help me?"
The mom I flew up.
Mom, I phoned up.
Yeah, sweetie. What is it? You're making potions?
Yeah, but it's really expensive, and I'm really nervous I'm gonna ruin it.
No,
and I've been staring at them for so long. I don't know what I'm doing.
No. Here, no, we're gonna do great. Here, just show me what's up. And Ace like grabs your hand and kind of walks you up. Okay, where's the potions at? Show me what's going on.
It's these ones. So it's like 4 a.m. Drazian is probably passed out asleep in Kronk's chair with all of his books around him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's these ones right here. This big one is the one I'm worried about.
Okay, why are you worried about it? I mean, you've been at this for hours. Why are you worried?
It costs like 20,000 gold to make.
Oh, I mean, that is very expensive, but
and if I ruin it, it's a waste.
For somebody that's as smart as you and as intelligent as you and as consistent and persistent as you, there's no way. And even if it doesn't work out, it's not a waste, because that means that you learned from what happened here. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So-
but I don't really want a
so-
lesson. I want a potion.
No. I know. But knowing that and there's no result here that's a bad result, put all those bad thoughts out of your head. You can do it, all right? And that's the bardic inspiration. GB now has an extra 1d8 onto this roll.
There you go.
Huh. So I roll this out of a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, the
Oh no.
God.
Uh-oh.
It is. Do you have proficiency in herb kit or alchemical kit, whatever?
I have both. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can add your proficiency to it. So it's D20 plus your proficiency plus Dex. So whatever your
Plus
Dex
my
score is.
proficiency.
Yeah, which is 3 or 4 for you guys, right? Something like that.
plus 3. Yeah. Okay.
So D20
d20
plus 3
plus
plus your
1d8.
Dex, and then your Dex as well, whatever your Dex is.
Plus 2. Okay, so plus
Yeah.
5 plus 1d8. Oh my
Yep.
God.
So D20 plus 5 and a 1d8. Yeah.
Can I have some Kyler luck for this, please?
Are you gonna wake him up?
I know. That was an OC. I need some Kyler luck. Okay, d20.
Either correct wave, I believe.
It's rolling. Oh my God! Cat.
Fuck!
So that's 3 plus
And then I needed 1d8.
3.
So plus 5, so 8 plus 1d8. Plus 6, so it's a 14.
I don't know which one you were trying to make, so I don't know what the DC is for that one.
Not 14, let me tell you.
If Ace was there assisting, could it be with advantage? Because it's helping.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Well, no, because alchemy is kind of like cooking, so I'll give you that.
I'm cooking
Base.
with poisons.
Well, yeah.
Who
Alchemy
let
and-
her cook?
Who let her
I
cook?
cook at 4 a.m.
Yeah, alchemy is like cooking. So I can, you know what? I can realistically assume that Ace may have some knowledge in regards to this.
Alright.
At least protocols.
Okay.
You-
Okay. Okay, it's a 10. So that's plus 5 and plus 6. So that's a 21.
okay, I think that hits it.
A 20.
I'm
Yes, this will.
Okay, there you go.
It was a DC 20.
All right, there you go, sweetheart. You got it. Just kind of pats her on the thigh and goes, "I'm gonna go back to sleep, all right, sweetheart."
Okay. Jody's
All right.
sitting here with her
What?
brand
Also, what was that, by the way?
new. It's a potion of speed.
Oh,
I've been working on it for like 8 months. This is the first
my
time
God.
it's ever worked.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was pretty nervous there, but we nailed that shit. Hey, nice
me
job,
too.
buddy.
It wasn't looking too hot for a minute there.
Hey, you did it,
Okay.
buddy. Nice job. That was all you. And Ace goes back down and goes to
Goes
bed.
back to sleep.
Geraldine is going to curl up on one of the other chairs with the potion
Okay.
and do her little trance.
All right, you got
So
it.
out of character here,
Yeah.
does it cost like 20,000 gold and 8 months every time GB wants to
No.
make one of those?
No, because in the old system of how she was learning them, I had to get the recipe and I had to train it for a certain amount of hours before I could actually make one. So she trained this potion for 256 hours with material costs. And so the very rare reactive reagents that she needed for this, 3 of them were rare and 2 of them were very rare. And based on the gathering sheet, it was like, and the ones I had saved, it was close to 10k worth of gold, plus God knows how many times she's already done it. I just kind of like pulled 20k out of the air.
Yeah, but
So
it's like
is
it's not gonna be like that every time because that was old system and new system like roll over.
Yeah.
Which is why.
Yeah. Whereas there's other ones that I can simply get all the mats for, and it'll cost me let's see, like this one is 2 hours and 500 gold from start to finish.
Yeah.
It's probably not a potion of speed, though, is it?
It's not, but it's still a rare level. Whereas because this is a very rare level one, I used to have to train them a lot differently for like a certain amount of hours. And then after I had made them, their potency level would go up. So, but in this system, if I do it all right and I hit the DC, I get the actual potion.
Yep.
So I'm adding 1 potion of speed to my fucking inventory.
You got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
GB goes nap nap.
GB goes nap nap. The next morning rolls around, and let's see, what time is it? Okay, we still have a little bit more time. Let's take a quick fiver because I need to use the restroom. I'm going to go tactical restroom break, and then we'll do a quick, probably one scene or more, and then wrap up after that.
Sweet.
Sounds good. See you in 5.
All right.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. We
Welcome
are back and ready to rumble. So yeah, coming back from the break, just quick little recap of what I said before. Yeah, just gonna do probably about one more scene, and then we'll probably wrap up for today. Probably do like a morning scene or something similar to that, setting it up. So, nobody else has anything they want to do throughout the night, correct? We're all good. Thumbs ups around, all around.
Yep.
Dope skis. Okay, so with that said, who wakes up first the next one? Who wakes up early usually? Oh, that's my question. Who's the
Usually
first
Kylo
one?
wakes up quite early, so I think Kylo will head down and make breakfast and get a little bit of stretching in, that kind of vibes.
Okay.
A wellness
Morning.
routine.
Yeah, morning stretches, like morning workout type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. And then how about everybody else? Do you usually wake up around same time thereabouts? Whose alarm goes off and wakes everybody else up? That's my question.
Well, I'm guessing GB and Dre wake up around the same time because we're both passed out in the library.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
It's mid early. I wouldn't say it's late by any capacity, but
Yeah.
Sure.
Ace will probably sleep a little bit later than usual, having been awoken in the middle of the night.
Okay. You got it. Yeah, you guys still have plenty of time, to get all your things sorted before going back to the academy. So, yeah, you guys all wake up slowly, and eventually, as you, there's only the two of you in the library. You wake up, you're like, because you like slept, with on the chair, and it's comfortable, but it's like, oh god,
it is still a chair.
it is still a chair.
I can't believe I fell asleep on the chair and didn't go to bed.
You were really excited, so I didn't want to stop you.
No, I appreciate it. I'm suffering what I believe is called the consequences of my own actions, whatever the fuck that means.
First time?
No,
Definitely not.
I'm definitely not. I am being incredibly facetious.
I'm thinking GB woke up just slightly, maybe like 20 minutes before Dre, and has sort of worked off the assumption that Dre will probably be in the library a fair bit more with all of these gigantic hefty books. So GB has moved one of her little like end tables that she usually is just using for like storage and put it over near like a little station that she's like done up so there's like another workstation in the library, and she's like cleared off all of her extra books.
Is the end table like from the library or?
Yeah, like she just like moved things around and like cleared her
in the
stuff
library,
off
got it.
the other kind of like the other setting for another person to work at, and she's like moved another little table and all of his books over to this little
you
bench.
adjust your library workspace to accommodate an extra person.
Like, it could always have accommodated two people, but it would have been working around all of her shit.
Yeah, you've like spread out. You've like properly spread out. Yeah.
And now there's like a concentrated second workspace.
Yeah,
and
instead of just like take the space wherever.
Yeah, so this little end table has all of Dre's new books like stacked on it, other than the one he like fell asleep with.
Okay, you got it.
So, well, if I'm not gonna say anything about it, but if he notices, like, that's cute.
Yeah. Dre like wakes up and like sees that straight away. It's like, thanks.
Yeah. No.
We go down and get some coffee, breakfast. All right, come on, let's go.
Oh, by the way, I hope we didn't wake you up, but I did it.
Let me see.
Oh my god, you're excited. She's gonna hold up this, like, she's used her most elaborate crystal vial for this.
Ooh.
Like, think like old ornate, like, perfume glass vials type things.
Yeah.
I don't know what color a potion of speed is. I think it's like a swirly blue.
Yeah,
I think so.
What I was thinking.
I don't remember specifically.
Haste potion, right?
Yeah.
Nice. That's.
Doesn't even tell me what color it is.
That's.
Oh no, it's the potion's yellow fluid is streaked with black and swirls on its own.
Feels like
I thought
like
it was
lightning
yellow. Oh my
almost.
god.
I think it's like supposed to invoke like lightning-ish vibes.
Oh, well, it's yellow fluid streaked with black swirls.
Nice. That's
Like
that's
Pikachu colors.
I love that.
just Pikachu potion.
It's taken me. I've worked on it for a really long time. This is the first time it ever actually worked.
Oh, you did great. Well done. I'll be really. That's going to be really, really useful that you can do that now. Like that's going to be I'll save fortune in going to potion shops.
Do you think Kyler will like it?
Yes, I think Kyler will like it very much.
I'm just gonna put it back, like in her bag of holding, and head downstairs.
No. Yeah, it's
A little sheepishly.
yeah, with your bottle of liquid Pikachu, you head downstairs. You have your breakfast, and a nice affair. Morning, starting getting everybody together. As you all kind of you gather for breakfast, and then you guys all probably at some point, I would assume, separately depart to like get your shit ready and like prepare to head out for the day.
Has GB been back to her room very much?
I think this is when GB would go back to her.
Yeah,
'cause
to
you
get ready for the day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, GB, as you.
What?
Huh?
Okay,
Huh?
yeah, so GB's going back to her room to get
Yeah.
dressed for like in new clothes.
Okay.
So she would have fallen asleep in like last night. No,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she keeps pajamas in the library. She just needs new clothes.
Yeah. So as you
What?
go back to your room, you explode now.
No, really, my room is now a mimic. Okay.
Your room is on mimic.
Oh, actually, I've got.
No,
You
okay.
know. You notice that there's something on your door handle.
It's a sock. That room's
No, that's what I
occupied.
thought.
Don't go in there.
Do not go. No.
It's a tie.
What is on my door handle?
Yeah, on the door handle, is like a flower crown esque thing, like a lei almost like thing of water lilies that's like hung on the door.
I'm just gonna like pick it up and see like is it supposed to be like a flower crown, or is it like an actual like necklace, or can she tell by the length of it?
I don't know, Kyler. How big is it supposed to be?
It's like a corsage. Like you could fit on the wrist more than
Oh,
a neck.
okay.
Okay,
Just like
okay.
just around
it's
like
like
the doorknob.
it's like just
Okay.
around
Bracelet.
the handle.
I guess
Yeah,
a bracelet.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a bracelet, a corsage kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy's gonna just grab it, just go into her room and get ready. Get ready for the day. Okay. She will walk down with all of like her. Is this a school day?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
so
weekday.
she'll like get dressed for school and like have her staff and whatnot with her, and I'm imagining that she's gonna put the flowers like wrapped around the edge of her staff,
Nice.
so she doesn't squish them. So they're above her height. So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
doesn't squish.
You got it. Yeah,
And
easy enough to
she's-
do.
GP and plant life have always gotten along swimmingly in the past.
Famously, yeah, her and her ice magic.
Mm.
She's gonna go down and she's gonna sit at the kitchen counter and she's gonna noticeably put her staff next to her so the flowers are really visible,
Yeah.
and just look around the kitchen for something blueberry.
Yeah. I presume you guys have a stock of blueberry related items.
Mhm.
If Ace has learned blueberry things, GB will always be snacking on them.
Yeah.
There's probably leftover blueberry muffins unless you've tanked like several trays. You haven't even been here to tank them and get rid of them. So
No,
I'm
so
gonna
there's blueberry
guarantee
muffins. Okay.
only because you haven't been here.
Yeah.
Has an unseen servant bring a tray up to the library.
Right. And then the only other thing of note before everybody gathers downstairs is Drazen, you go to your room, and in your absence, since you didn't sleep there, Azuri has taken up the entire bed and is just snoring on the bed. The
Okay.
entire bed, like just full spread eagle, like flopped on the bed.
Wings out.
Yeah, wings out, full stretch.
I bring her in some breakfast, and I'm just like telepathically communicate to her. Well, it's good to know that if I ever went missing, you would be the first on the scene to find me, darling. And just leave her a plate of food.
Yeah. Yep. You get the I'm half conscious, not answering questions sort of grumble.
Right. Like, eat up. I'll be back later after class. And I just head off and go back downstairs and wait for everyone else before we head out for the day.
Yeah. As you all gather downstairs, I think that's when you guys notice the new addition to the staff. Is when everybody regathers for going to school.
Are we taking Shenzhou, or do you guys want to walk today? It looks really nice out.
We can walk if that's what you prefer.
No offense to Shenzhou, right? I would like to get at least a couple reps of walking back and forth because I don't want to rely on you guys too terribly much. I like you guys, but if I need to get back and forth by myself, I don't want to be like, oh, let me wait on a dragon turtle. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess that's fair, yeah.
Sure, we can walk. I mean, I don't know about... We all have the same classes anyway. We don't start for a little while yet. Sure, we don't.
Oh, we have some time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's take a leisurely stroll then.
All right. Wonderful. All right. As you all get your items together and go ahead and make your way out of the house, I think that is we'll pause for today. If there's anything, we'll come back next week or next time for the continuation of school adventures. Well, yeah. Anyways, continuing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Brandon. That was wonderful. Nice bit of really, really good RP.
You got it.
Our wonderful friends Tabletop Notch are live, so let's go and say hello to them. Read out to them, and yeah, we will be back. As far as I'm aware, no one has anything on next weekend, so we will be back on Sunday again. So we will see you all then, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.